Clint Cosgrove, Rivals.com, here with Vanderbilt head football coach Clark Lea. Coach, it's been an exciting day for you guys. Looks like you're off to a great start and, a little different place team-wise than the last time we talked. Big strides on the field this year, and it looks like a little offensive emphasis to start off this early signing period. Tell me about your approach to this class and how you feel about it so far.
Well, we're excited, and it used to be you waited around the fax machine and you didn't know what to expect. I think anymore we have a pretty good grip on how the day is going to go. But we feel like we've added a group of players here that help us move forward. This is a group that was recruited off a 2-10 season, off a vision of belief and what's possible here. And I think this group exemplifies the toughness and the character that we're looking to help, take the next step as a program. Obviously, the strides we made on the field this season were a good launching point for us in our program moving forward. That's both to take with us into January when our returning team is back and we're, hard at work forming Team 3, but also on the recruiting trail as well. We'll look to build on that momentum. But this is a special group. It's our second class as a staff here, and one that I feel like again exemplifies the type of player, the type of person that we want to bring in and build this program around.
For sure. I mean, it's an impressive group when you look at it. I know you went heavy at receiver, running back, offensive line. You got some good defensive players as well. One guy that really stands out to me as a playmaker is London Humphries. Tell me about his recruitment, what you guys saw in him, and just how his recruitment went.
Well, London was a guy that camped with us, and we were impressed with him. He was early in on a football career and was just kind of learning the position, but he had the speed, and that speed is something that you can't coach. We were impressed with him out of camp, and had a chance to spend some time one-on-one with him, watching him work. That would have been last summer. We stayed with him and kept tabs on him, and ultimately felt like, when we were able to offer him that we'd seen that growth and development. We saw the receiver skills come into life, and felt like he could be a playmaker for us in the SEC and a difference maker for this team and this program. Obviously, we were fortunate to have him see the same vision, and we're excited about adding him and what he can do for us just in terms of taking the top off defenses. We need a deep threat. He is certainly a deep threat, and I think he's early in on his football development. That's another signal to us. We want to recruit guys that have high ceilings, and we think we have the resources here to get him to his highest level. And at that point, we think he's a dynamic receiver on this stage, and that's a good thing for all of us.
Oh, yeah. He can definitely take the top off and, obviously has great size to go along with that. That's what stood out to me on film. You having him in camp and knowing that, he does have some rawness to him and that his ceiling is incredibly high. That gets me excited about him. I can only imagine what you guys picture his future like. Now, switching to the defensive side of the ball, I want to talk about a guy from a little place called Sussex, Wisconsin. You guys flipped him pretty late. He was committed to Wyoming, and Evan Herman. How did you go about uncovering him? And tell me about that recruiting process. Did you guys go in late? Had you been kind of monitoring him for a while? But he's a guy with a high motor, can rush the passer, and I think he could be a gem.
Evan is someone we were keeping tabs on. We were aware of. We loved him on film. We needed the chance to the opportunity to meet him in person and to really get around him. We were able to visit him late in that last weekend, and when he was here with his mom and dad, just recognized that again that the internal fibers, just the fit. He was, he's tough. He's got a high ceiling. He's long. This guy is determined to be a dynamic football player and wants to do it at the highest level. He stares down the challenge of playing the SEC, and that drives him. It motivates him. That's the kind of person that we wanted, the kind of competitor we want in this program. And so it was for us a no-brainer. You have a guy again that we're going to develop him here. We don't want to put a ceiling on what he could contribute as a freshman. We also understand that his best football is going to be a couple years down the road after we have a chance to fill that frame out and really build into his skill set. But he's tough. He plays hard. He makes plays on his high school film, and that's it's a great start for us, and a guy that we feel like will not just strengthen us with his on-field play, but will also strengthen us with his attitude and his approach to the game.
Yeah, I mean, just watching his film, like you can tell he loves the game of football. I mean, he is full go 100% of the time. And, you talk about that length. And when he gets some weight on him, I'm excited to see what he can do, because we know he's going to be able to get after the passer, get a little mass on him. And really, the sky's the limit as far as what he can turn into as a player, in my opinion. How about the offensive line and running backs? I mean, it's a lot of people take multiple offensive linemen. But you guys also took multiple running backs. The thing that I notice about them is, they each have a little bit of a different skill set. What was your approach when you went, when you were targeting running backs? And then tell me after that how you approached your offensive line recruiting as well.
Yeah, with the running backs, we have a need there. We needed to make some choices as to whether we were going to use the portal as an opportunity to build out that room, or whether we were going to look to high school running backs. We happened to find three that really fit us. That for us it was a no-brainer that the route building that room through high school made a lot of sense. These are guys that all three we had documented track times on, documented times on. Felt like they demonstrated kind of multiple tools. So you saw them doing multiple things and dynamic skill sets that are going to translate to how we'll use the running back in our offense. We felt like we needed to take the opportunity to build speed into that room, and that was our goal, and we did that. I also think we got some guys that have some size on them too, which in this league, a physical run game is important. Guys that can break tackles and then have the speed to separate and to finish runs in the end zone. And we're excited about that group. Obviously, we add them to a room that returns some playmakers for us. And so, that's a really, coming out of this early signing period, a really healthy room for us. And we're excited with those guys. As far as the offensive line goes, we see this as a necessary part of our build, building on both sides of the line of scrimmage. This league is dominated in the front, and so we need to get big physical players that have an edge and have toughness. And obviously, with O-line development, you want to be patient, because the transition from high school to college is dramatic at the line of scrimmage. But we also feel like we have guys that are going to have an opportunity to come in and have an impact, and that's exciting for us. We want to build our offense around a physical run game. Obviously, we've added some playmakers on the perimeter, so we can open up some vertical shots now off run action, and we just know it starts up front, and it starts with that run game. And so we're excited about adding those pieces, and what that's going to look like, not just in 2023, but also years to come.
For sure. I mean, there's a lot going on with your program. There's a buzz about Vanderbilt. It's exciting watching what you guys are doing on the field, and then seeing this class come in and what you're going to be able to do, talking about stretching the field, explosive plays, building it up front, run game. I mean, I'm excited to see what the future holds, but can't thank you enough for coming on, Coach. Congratulations on a great start to this class. And maybe we'll be talking again at the late signing period again as well.
Well, I'd love that. Always good to be with you, and appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Coach.